to the Dominion Online Tournament, the quarterfinals, vsiewnar versus Qsenoch. Today with me, Seprix, is Gray EK, and today we're going to be providing some hopefully good commentary. One second here. All right, we should be rolling. I just sent the message to Mick that we are now rolling. We might be waiting a couple minutes. So, Qsenoch is obviously one of the best players to probably ever play Dominion, and vsiewnar is, of course, a very good player in his own right. He's been pretty good in League, if I recall correctly.
He was an A-League player for a while.
Yes. So, we're on to our first game here, and vsiewnar gets first blood when it comes to first player.
Trashing, we have Cemetery, and Inheritance can thin as well. We can draw cards with Apothecary, or what that's worth. Only way to split actions is Procession. No attacks. And Haggler can gain extra cards. Groundskeeper is alt VP.
Alright, there's no reason to not go Apothecary, Conspirator, Leprechaun, Groundskeeper stuff. Inheritance targets, you can inherit Conspirator. I'm not sure how useful Procession is. It's probably good.
Procession turns Warehouse into Conspirator into Groundskeeper.
Yeah, so I probably would think about opening Potion Warehouse. Potion Silver, maybe, but I think I'm leaning towards Warehouse. I'm not sure I'd ever Cemetery here, since you can just inherit Conspirators. Buy is non-existent, but there's Haggler and there's Wishes. So Leprechaun, getting Leprechaun running early is going to be absolutely crucial in winning this. I'm not sure, because Apothecary is the only draw, so you want a lot of Apothecaries and you want Warehouses to discard copper and draw them right back up.
Yeah, so Apothecary
Well,
Warehouse.
you probably do a Cemetery or two.
Draws.
Maybe. I mean, things.
I don't think you do.
I'm not sure if you do. You might.
Apothecary draws your coppers very well. Warehouse gives you good thinning and Inheritance.
Yeah, if
It'll take care of your estates.
If you could thin a couple coppers without putting VP in your deck, maybe I'd consider it, but I'm not sure Cemetery's good enough. Usually Cemetery's great, and I'll sing its praises forever, but here, for once, I'm not convinced by it. Groundskeeper is obviously pretty good. That's probably going to be most of your Wishes until late game, in which you're going to be turning into Wishes into presumably Harems. Because Province is going to be a little annoying to hit, but
Yeah. Yeah, there's also consideration for whether you want to play with a Leprechaun or with a Haggler.
Oh, you play with Leprechaun all day, I think, right?
And you can also potentially
You could get a Haggler too.
play both with Procession.
Yeah, you could play with a Haggler too and use it to gain silvers, because you're going to have all these coppers, you're going to have golds due to Leprechaun, and then silver is just palace points.
Well, are palace points really super relevant on this board with Groundskeepers?
I mean, it's not bad. So Haggler's saying that, Steph is saying that Haggler actually looks better than Leprechaun, which is interesting. And I might agree with that. But Wish gaining is extra gains, although Haggler is also extra gains. But you can use Wishes to turn them into VP, and you can't really do that with with Haggler.
So it looks like Mick and vsiewnar are on board with Potion Warehouse.
I think this is a pretty...
Mick gets a very strong shuffle, getting the Apothecary and then shuffling immediately.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty straightforward build. The only real questions are what order to do things and to what severity do you do them. Like, how long do you go for groundskeeper before you start greening? Um, Things like that. Like here, if a
Qsenoch
Qsenoch gets to...
inheritance early.
Absolutely. And I can't see... You can inherit Warehouse. That's not crazy. Conspirator, you could make a case that Warehouse is just better than Conspirator because you're going to have so much money already. And Steph agrees. Like, Conspirators, I think, are a bit overkill in terms of money. I know I said Conspirator at the beginning, but now that I'm thinking about it, I like the Warehouse better. Steph is saying you might... I mean, Conspirator is, of course, just as respectable. You're not going to go wrong with either, really. Just as long as if you're not losing the Apothecary split 8-2, you're going to be fine, probably. I don't even know if you're going to get that many Apothecaries, to be honest.
Yeah, Single T pointing out that you can procession your estates away into other cards. As another way to split actions.
You could
and gain groundskeepers.
You could. It seems like a lot of work for but you certainly could squeeze an extra gain out of it every 4 turns, like if your goal is groundskeeper.
Well, it also lets you play an extra action each turn.
That's true. So it's gonna start feeding into itself, and then you can always haggler more processions and then process the procession into multiple groundskeepers. That is certainly something you can do, and that's probably good. I can't imagine it's not.
vsiewnar with 5 takes a haggler.
Haggler, I like the haggler. In fact, this haggler stuff with the procession could work out better than Leprechaun, because it is a little tricky to play exactly 7 with Leprechaun. You need village support to get that consistently, and it's pretty hard to do.
Warehouse Apothecary can likely do it on its own.
Yes.
Just because Warehouse is very strong for consistency.
Absolutely.
But this does let you attack groundskeepers very quickly.
It does.
Which is likely very valuable.
Now, Steph does mention that he would have liked another Apothecary, and I think the consistency would make that a better purchase. Especially considering there's only 2 Apothecaries gone at this point, 1 for each player, and that's certainly not enough. Leprechaun will be better early on, I think, but later on it's going to be more of a liability. Although, if you can get the wish, you'll just do it. If you can double process and then hit a card and then hit Leprechaun and get 2 wishes out of it, that's probably really good. And then you get rid of the Leprechaun into a Conspirator or something. But that seems like a lot of work. But I think you can do it with all these hagglers around.
Also worthwhile to note that without a source of plus buy, and with all of these coppers still in the player's deck, golds off Leprechaun aren't strong and act more as junk cards.
Well, I wouldn't call it a junk card, but a stop card, absolutely. Golds will help you hit your green, but they will slow down the deck somewhat. So you're gonna have to make sure to discard coppers with your Warehouse as you get Apothecaries, just so you have more to cycle with.
Yeah.
So Qsenoch is continuing along. I can't imagine he's going to trigger this. He does get his Haggler. Did he have a potion earlier in the turn? It looks like he
Yes, he
did,
discarded a
and he
potion.
discarded it. He opted to not get a second apothecary. So, both have not heeded Steph's advice. It's
Yes.
it's very scary. I don't. It's probably fine. It's probably not that bad.
I'd like another apothecary.
Like you could make a case that you're just gonna hit 5 regardless because these decks are pretty consistent with all these warehouses. You could make a case that you just don't need that many apothecaries.
Yeah, I'd like to be drawing my deck here, though, so that I can get a Procession and a Haggler every turn.
Although it does start getting scary a little bit later on. You would like more than one apothecary, and you're not going to be able to buy apothecary with a Haggler in play. So it could be a little awkward. How soon until Ghost? I would imagine
Never.
I would assume never, but maybe. I never really think about Ghost. Ghost seems more trouble than it's worth most of the time, but certainly it's something I should be thinking more about. How long until Leprechaun? Leprechaun probably about now, actually. You could start on the Groundskeepers already. You could go Groundskeeper, Leprechaun. That's not crazy at all.
I think you want a Procession before you start on Groundskeepers.
Well, you could go Groundskeeper Procession too. Turn an estate into a Leprechaun, and then, although I don't think you're going to be able to gain and play it, there's just not enough apothecaries in your deck to do that. And plus, you probably wouldn't be able to get a wish anyway. It'd be a little hard. Although maybe you could do it because the Procession is going to kill the action. So, ghosting a Leprechaun. It should be nice, apparently. Except, I don't think it's nice at all. Well, it's nice for your opponent. I'll say that. You get yourself envy and deluded, or poverty, and poverty would be horrible.
Well, vsiewnar picks up Groundskeeper and Procession.
Start your turn with a Prince Horse Traders, except the 3 coins gets shuffled into your deck. That sounds wonderful. Memories saying I'm tempted to unplay. Normally I would be all for it, but yeah, it's a bit more of a 2-man system, or 2-person system, I should say. So Qsenoch. Qsenoch is, I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, he finds his apothecary. This is going to be a bit of an ugly shuffle, but he's going to get through most of it, I imagine. He's surely got another estate in there. And
an odd potion discard.
I wouldn't call it odd.
He could have kept potion, played conspirator, and bought apothecary without shuffling here.
Now that's an interesting idea. And certainly you could do that.
And he could also play the warehouse afterwards to
save it. That's not a...
But it looks like he's going to try to get a better turn out of this.
Yeah, that's not a bad shuffle.
The Haggler play.
That's not a bad shuffle at all. You're going to go right through that. Although I wouldn't recommend playing another estate. You're just adding a copper at that point. It's not great, but it's not the worst. I think your suggestion of just biting the bullet, just getting the second apothecary, and then Qsenoch is just looking great. I think that may have been the best play, actually. I think I like that play, actually. Because these decks do need more apothecaries. And you don't want your haggler when you're buying apothecary.
Yeah.
Now, I believe vsiewnar is the one who got the first groundskeeper and the procession to go with it. So vsiewnar is starting to eye these procession targets. Which, as Singlety has pointed out in chat before, is estate to warehouse to conspirator or procession. Probably procession is just straight up better. And then groundskeeper. So there's a clear line, or procession, if you will.
Mick going cemetery leprechaun.
Cemetery, huh? That is very
and not
interesting.
taking a ghost.
Now, I don't hate the cemetery. I don't, because it does solve his getting thinner problem. Even though it gives him a dud cemetery that he really can't do anything with. He does thin a bunch of coppers, and he's not drawing the Haunted Mirror either, so really he's just thinning 3 copper. So it's not the worst. I don't think it's the best. I think he would have been happier with an apothecary, but I think it's a respectable play. It's not bad. vsiewnar is chugging along here. If he plays this apothecary, he is going to top deck an estate almost for sure. Did he discard his potion? He did. So it's pretty unlikely unless it's the very top card that he'll draw his potion. So he is going to line up estate with procession, and he is going to get his haggler here. So he could go groundskeeper procession and then look to chain double procession. Of course, that is going to kill his warehouses relatively quick, but it is something you could do. It's something to think about.
You can also just get more warehouses off of your hagglers, though.
Yep. So something I'm not.
You have a groundskeeper and a conspirator.
Groundskeeper and conspirator. Okay. That seems interesting. I suppose he's going to process the conspirator every turn, and he's going to just stick with 1 procession. That's probably best, given the lack of control with these decks. You start adding more processions, and it's just more stuff you have to draw, and it's just looking hard. So I could see. Sorry.
Sorry, I might have liked playing with more apothecaries, like even 3 or 4.
Yes.
And trying to get really strong control of your deck, where it's potentially feasible to start playing multiple processions in a turn.
Yes, and you're in Steph's camp with that. And I would agree, but I also would make the counterpoint that with these limited gains, you don't want to start falling behind with the groundskeepers. Yeah. Even with the lack of control, it's pretty hard to not hit 5 and buy a groundskeeper. So you start messing with apothecaries, and you start missing out on chances to buy more groundskeepers.
The other thing, though, is that playing with processions lets you get groundskeepers potentially faster.
So Lemon Spawn brings up an interesting argument. Procession as a disciple variant. And that's a good way of thinking of it. It's a wonky disciple. That's an interesting way of thinking about it. I'll have to think about that in the wild when I start playing games with it. But that's certainly an interesting way to think about it. Maybe it'll help me get a little more creative. Qsenoch is definitely going to struggle to draw. He's not going to draw too much with his apothecary now, and his hand sizes are going to be somewhat limited. So the cemetery, while it did get him thinner, may be ending up just being worse than going with apothecaries when it comes to hand size, and with less hand size comes less control. Now Mick can get a wish here, I believe. Uh, yes. If he top decks the warehouse here, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? Is he not gonna do it? Okay, he's not gonna do it. He wants to. He wants to gain more stuff, which is good. So Mick finally gets his procession. And presumably they're going to start doing this Haggler, Groundskeeper, Conspirator thing, and then spinning to find procession with the Conspirator. And maybe you can build bigger than that. Maybe you can play with multiple Hagglers and get 2 processions. I mean, that might be greedy, but maybe you can do it.
Let's see.
It's certainly something to think about.
Yeah.
Oh, vsiewnar is playing with a ghost. Huh. That is interesting. I don't think I like it, but that's interesting.
Another potential look for these spinny decks is potentially you can try to loop points with cemeteries and leprechauns, where you leprechaun for a wish and a gold, and then when you wish for a cemetery, you can pick up groundskeeper points and then trash your golds and other cemeteries with them.
I don't know if I'd be trashing my golds because those are buying me provinces, but they also would stop me from finding groundskeeper, so maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what would be the right call. But certainly you can leprechaun for cemetery for kind of a more consistent T deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. vsiewnar can get his wish right now if he plays his leprechaun. And I imagine that's what we're going to see. In fact, he's got another apothecary in there, right? He's the one with 2. So he presumably will be able to discard potion, copper, and presumably another copper. And we'll be able to draw it back up mostly. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe potion, copper, cemetery. To discard here.
Oh, he's got a discard right now. Oh, I see. Yeah, you gotta discard those probably.
Keeps the copper.
I don't.
Doesn't want to wish. Sorry, never mind.
No, he does.
Discards Conspirator.
I don't know if I like discarding the Conspirator. Okay. What did I miss? Because he does not have a apothecary.
vsiewnar only has 1 apothecary in his deck.
Oh, is Mick the one with 2? Okay.
Yep.
I thought vsiewnar was the one with 2. Okay, well, Mick having 2, then he just has better draw. Okay. The
Mick also only has 3 coppers to draw with them.
Okay. I was a little confused. I thought vsiewnar had the better draw control. Okay, well then Qsenoch is probably slightly ahead. I think they're still pretty equal.
I think it's fairly even.
Yeah.
vsiewnar's a little bit ahead on the procession stuff, but Mick has
more
2
draw.
apothecaries.
Yeah. Although 2 versus 1, I mean, well, it's meaningful. You have all these cyclers, so you're almost certainly going to be able to get to both of them. Why does it show? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm getting some Discord messages. Okay. Not too important. I was thinking they'd be relevant to the game, but...
Also worthwhile to note that vsiewnar has 4 groundskeepers to 1 right now.
Yes.
And so it's going to be difficult for Mick to catch up on that front.
Yes. And it may be worth it now for... Like, maybe vsiewnar, what he should do right now is play Conspirator, see what you get. And if you flip 5, maybe you just turn this wish into a groundskeeper just straight up. Oh, it's Mick's turn.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
vsiewnar also has a groundskeeper under Ghost.
Yeah. No, vsiewnar will have no problems. I'm just cheese.
So Mick picks up a wish and a groundskeeper off of a procession. He's also going to get a haggler drop this turn.
All right.
So Mick is still very much in this game.
Oh, he's in it. I assume you're going to be tossing potion cemetery, warehouse. I can't imagine you're going to play either of those or any of those. So we're just waiting for Mick to figure out what he wants to do. So presumably he'll play Haggler. He's going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to have as much money as he wants. He could buy Province if he wanted to.
Which he likely doesn't.
Probably not. So he'll cycle one card here with a Groundskeeper, get a clean shuffle, presumably. He could start provincing now? Maybe that's crazy.
Mick could also shore up 4 or 6 groundkeepers. Potentially.
Yeah, like you could just go province groundskeeper, right? Like you're probably not going to get the last 2. You could just start immediately provincing.
Goes groundskeeper conspirator.
I don't know how. I don't know if I would recommend doing that, but vsiewnar needs to find. Okay, this works. This works fine. Although he doesn't find his haggler, so. But he will be able to get groundskeeper. In the ideal world, he would have been able to province groundskeeper with haggler, but this is fine. Again,
yeah.
I'm not sure province groundskeeper.
Potentially looking like we're going to start getting into green cards here.
Yeah.
Cemetery being able to be gained off of wishes, as well as duchies, and province, as always, being a consideration.
I'm not sure. I'm also really not sure whether province groundskeeper was the play for Mick. I don't know. But I can't imagine not greening once the groundskeepers are gone, so why not start immediately? I don't know. You'd have to think about balance and how likely you are to draw your deck, and I'm not sure. Well, he went for more consistency with his conspirator, both in economy and draw. So,
Steph pointing out that you can get 2 wishes this turn. Although this will preclude Mick from doing anything else with this turn.
That's fine, I think.
One, 2, 3, 6, 7.
Well, with this play Mick is doing here, he's going to get presumably another procession, although he could also get conspirator. Both are good. Conspirator is probably slightly better.
Mick opting not to take a
no wish.
wish.
That's very interesting. I mean, he would have thrown another gold into the shuffle, but I think you'd want the wish. maybe not. So I'm assuming the groundskeeper split went 6-4 vsiewnar.
It did.
Okay. And you can presumably turn wishes into harems. I assume that's better than just duchy, since it can help you buy province. You're still buying provinces on this board. Like, you're not going to do weird duchy buys. Like, provinces are just too much of a chunk. And harems will help you buy province while scoring you points. That's what I expect to see, but... Alright, so now we see an apothecary buy from Mick. I believe that's his third, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mick is looking pretty spiffy now, even though he only has 4 groundskeepers. But on the other hand, is vsiewnar going to consistently draw all 6 of his groundskeepers? So now we're kind of in this interesting game here, where vsiewnar needs to get his consistency up drastically. He really needs to get his consistency up, because if you can't play all 6 of your groundskeepers every turn, you can't really punish Mick only having 4. So it's going to be one of those scenarios where, bringing up an extreme example, I played a game with somebody where I lost the groundskeeper split 7-3, but I had an incredibly thin deck and his deck was horrible. So I massacred him because I played those 3 groundskeepers every turn and I was buying province. And my opponent did something that you shouldn't ever be doing with groundskeeper, and that's buying estates and duchies when you don't have to. Because people seem to think that just because you have groundskeeper, you shouldn't buy provinces or something, or it's fine to buy duchies, but you really want to buy provinces.
Yeah.
If possible. It's
So one easy way for vsiewnar to get consistency in his deck is just to buy another apothecary.
Was it Scumpy? I don't think it was a league. I'm not sure if it was a league game. Maybe it was. It must have been a league game. Fairy expand with Baker. I don't know if I'm thinking of that one, but it's possible. I've seen this scenario play out multiple times. I think I've seen Mick do it himself on one of his league matches. And I think it's an important enough concept with groundskeeper to bring up. You want consistency, and you want to buy provinces, so don't slog it out with your groundskeepers if you don't have to.
So interesting to see how much they go for wishes and cemeteries versus just buying provinces.
Right. So I assume vsiewnar going to consistently, at least somewhat consistently, find at least 3 or 4 groundskeepers, but it is going to get harder, and Mick has much more deck control, and he's going to have a better time dealing with it. So we could see a scenario where vsiewnar may get an initial points lead but fall behind as time goes on. Now, whether the initial lead is too much or not will be interesting, but considering he's not even finding 6 groundskeepers now, he's not even getting close to cycling through his deck. He could be on the Titanic here. Cool Mo D says kill the haggler, and I could not disagree more. You want to get more pieces like conspirators and warehouses, and you want to potentially abuse your initial lead here, assuming you can get your groundskeepers out. You want to push piles. You don't want this game to go on, but you do have to take a lead first, and we'll see how this plays out. We're talking theoretics here. Also to come in play potentially here is Palace. You're not going to be able to gain VP off of a haggler, but you could buy province silver, and that would get you 3 extra points. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know how good that would be, but it's probably not good at all, but it's something you can keep in mind. at any point, really, if you need points immediately.
Yeah.
It's going to be less effective for Mick, but I can't imagine you're ever gaining that many silvers anyway. So vsiewnar's going right into provinces, I agree. We should see a conspirator. And the ghost does some nice work for vsiewnar. Groundskeeper. So vsiewnar has a guaranteed 4. Presumably he'll see another. Although, they could both bottom deck. Mick here's already found his groundskeepers. He's quite happy. He, however, does not get to wish.
Although he will be able to play Procession and Haggler.
Right. So, I like Mick's deck because it's smaller, but it's more compact. He's got Cyclers with Conspirator and Warehouse. As long as he plays smart here and doesn't trigger bad shuffles with the Warehouse and Apothecary plays, he should be just fine. Like here, this could be somewhat ugly.
Yeah,
Steph's money is on vsiewnar, but my money is honestly on Mick.
This looks fairly even with Mick being slightly ahead to me.
Yeah. I mean for this game, when I say my money's on Mick, I don't mean the match. I honestly don't know who will win. It will be interesting. So we got a bit of a split crowd. We've got Marcus putting money on Mick. No one's actually putting any money on anything. So don't whip out your PayPal account. vsiewnar now. We're all tied up. Presumably vsiewnar is going to find at least one more groundskeeper and will take a VP lead, but how much is that really worth? He's got a bloated deck. All it takes is one bad turn. Same for Mick too, but Mick's got 3 apothecaries. I think his chances of having gross turns are lower.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. We should be seeing Warehouse first. This isn't good. You really want to be processing the Leprechaun if you can find it. Now it's already too late. It's way too late now.
Oh. Yeah.
But you want to get that edge. And if vsiewnar gets that edge and Mick doesn't, it's looking great for him. So the new expansion is available. Well, Steph's is in a week or so. I know JSH got a message saying it'd be in November, like the beginning of November, but that might be fake news. That might just be some representative being conservative. So it'll be around the end of the month, beginning of the next month, for sure. Oh, Steph says November's in a week or so. Well, there you have it. Am I making a YouTube marketing commercial for the new expansion? No, I'm making a marketing commercial for Lime Gatorade. So vsiewnar's getting through his deck. He's going to hit Province. He's got 6 groundskeepers now. He should presumably stop. Did he toss his Haggler? No, Haggler's very bottom. Okay. So we're going to see Yeah, this could be interesting. I didn't expect vsiewnar to draw through his whole deck. But, that's his ghost turn. Maybe he won't on his done ghost turns. Well, Steph mentions that he never would have found his Leprechaun no matter how he played his turn. And I would mention to Steph, it's about the ethics. It's not about the outcome. You play it as if you're going to find it. Because that gives you an edge. I don't know why I'm telling him this. He knows this. I'm telling him, it's commentary.
Yeah. Well,
playing badly Playing badly is unethical. Well, it's not, but it's a saying. I don't take it so literally, guys. So Mick is presumably looking for ways to activate his leprechaun. I'm not really seeing it. He would have to play his... Yeah, there's no way.
Yep, no way to leprechaun and then draw on from Mick.
Yes. Well, yeah. You could make a case that playing bad is evil because sloth is one of the 7 deadly sins, and if you're playing bad, then you're just being lazy. But that doesn't really hold up.
No, I put a lot of effort into being bad at the...
Yeah, exactly. What did sloths ever do to us? I don't know. You'll have to take that up with the Catholics. So we've got Qsenoch here. He's got 3 out of 4 groundskeepers down. I don't see a reason to not find the 4th one, and I don't see a reason that Mick will not hit province here. So we're going to see Mick fall a little bit behind here on the points.
Yep.
But all it takes is one leprechaun wish hit, especially if you can process it. vsiewnar does have the bigger deck and thus the harder time doing it. Especially, look at vsiewnar's hand here. Look at this. This is disgusting. Groundskeeper, leprechaun, nothing else. He has to get lucky. We could see a dud already from vsiewnar. Yep.
There it is.
Absolute horrible
vsiewnar
dud.
going to be just taking apothecary here.
Yeah. So now Qsenoch's going to take the lead. And suddenly the Mick money's looking a little more lucrative than the vsiewnar money. It's looking a little better for him. You do not play leprechaun here. Absolutely not. Lick your wounds, buy apothecary, curse the sloth god, and move on. That's what
you don't even want gold in your deck, so no, you don't play leprechaun.
Right. Now, Xerix is saying you could take Cemetery, trash Lep, and Potion. I wouldn't trash Leprechaun. Right? I don't see a reason to. Wandering Whiner says Estate is better than Apothecary. vsiewnar could go for the points play already, as Steph is pointing out. Cemetery and Silver. Make this not a total dud. Get at least 6 points out of it. That's a province worth. And Steph is saying just kill Leprechaun and Potion. Just cut your losses. Which I don't know if you want to do it. You might want it. You might want the Leprechaun. Although the game is getting a little late. Another...
So vsiewnar going for the leprechaun silver option.
Yes.
Although holding another potentially risky hand.
Alright, and I think Mick is going to be able to connect the, what's it called? Procession Leprechaun. Ideally, you want to find another procession. I'm not sure if Mick has another
Mick
procession.
only has one.
Okay. So
Mick can play a groundskeeper after this, and then have activated conspirators.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has the option either to procession a conspirator, then leprechaun and draw on, or try to find 2 more coins, and then play the procession the leprechaun.
Alright. Are you leaning away from your mic because you are cutting out a little bit?
Oh, sorry.
All right, I'm just I don't know if it's connection. If it's connection, there's nothing you can do about it, but I just want to make sure. All right, so Mick processes a conspirator. I think that's fine. Mick had to process Leprechaun. I don't think he had to. I know we were talking about it, but taking one wish is fine, right?
Yeah. One wish is still going to be enough to potentially trigger groundskeeper points with an even province split.
Yeah.
Win.
I mean, I would like to play on after playing the Leprechaun, because, you know, I'd like to hit 8, so I think this is really the only logical way to do that. I don't think you're going to get...
You want to hit 8 and you still want to get 4 groundskeepers down?
Mm-hmm. So this is the smart way to do it. This is the big boy way to do it. This is the adult way to do it. I don't know why it's the adult way, but
I think both of them are reasonable.
I suppose. But Steph is saying continue on
This
to
one's
what?
slightly more conservative.
Well, hitting 8 would be what you continue on to.
He had 8. He didn't have 8 with all 4 groundskeepers.
Yeah. But if you can save your wishes and then gain like 2 harems, or I guess duchies if you're going for the home stretch, I mean, you might as well. I don't know. So there's going to be some discussion about that. This is certainly the safer way to do it, but maybe not the better way. But I think they're both fine. At the end of the day, vsiewnar's not getting wishes and Mick is, so you could look at it that way. Wish does not count as an action played. Well,
It counts for conspirator.
it counts for conspirator. It doesn't count as
Does
in
not
play
count for Leprechaun.
because it's not in play. Yeah, okay. I was confused as to the nature of the inquiry. That was a really fancy sentence. The nature of the inquiry. So,
Mick deciding whether he wants to shuffle with his apothecary here.
well, looks like
He's going to.
looks like he does.
Gets him his... Or he has the Haggler play anyways.
He does.
But he can... warehouse now to try to
Yeah, this is
thin
good.
out the shuffle.
This is gonna be... He's gonna get through 6 of these cards. Well, yes. I can count. Actually, he's gonna get through all of them, but really he can only get through 6 of them. 3 more here. Yeah, this is no good. Yeah, I mean...
The Mick sitting with a wish and...
He's got a wish. He didn't get to find it, which is sad, but
Yeah.
that's okay. He'll have his wish on the next turn.
Yeah, being able to get the wish this turn to get Cemetery and trash some of these golds would be perfectly reasonable.
It would have been pretty nice. Steph says silver for Haggler gain. I agree. At this point, score. Ball Game says, why not harem? And I assume he's talking about wish gaining. And that is a good question. Maybe it's not. Maybe Ball Game really meant the Haggler gain, but I'm pretty sure he meant wish. Why not gain wish over, say, Cemetery? That's an interesting question.
I'm pretty sure that Cemetery is better just to thin cards.
Yeah,
Mick would like to keep having a small deck.
that would be the logic behind it. And he's mostly hitting 8 without the treasures anyway. That would be the logic behind it. I don't know what ball game meant, but there's an answer to both of it. So,
So Mick cannot procession wish here. Is
um,
important to note.
yeah, that doesn't work. You can, and you can get an extra action out of it, but you don't get any extra cards out of it. Do you get an extra? Yeah, you do. Okay.
You get an extra action.
Yeah. You don't get to gain an estate either because, well, firstly because it costs 1. I mean, because it costs 0. Um, but if it did cost 1, you wouldn't be able to gain an estate because estate is not in your possession and is thusly just an estate. Um, vsiewnar was real unlucky last turn, apparently. Well, was that the turn he had the dud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mick unlikely to take penultimate province here.
Yep. You could make a case for harem over cemetery, just because you don't want to mess with the palace points.
That's also true.
Yeah, you could make a case for that, because you don't know how
Well, in
long.
that case, you probably take duchy.
Uh, yeah, probably. That took me a long time. I mean, it's only one VP's difference, but maybe that is all the difference. So Mick has a decision to make here. I guess you're gonna have to toss the. Oh, this is gross. He has to find one of his 3 apothecaries here.
I want Mick to take 2 green cards and trigger groundskeeper
Ooh,
8 times.
this is really ugly. This is really ugly. You have to toss Leprechaun, Procession, presumably Haggler as well.
You can also toss the wish.
Yeah, you want to keep the wish.
This is an odd.
It's This is very, very bad.
Okay.
This is not good for Mick. No, you don't want to wish for a state here. I don't think you use your wish at all. Maybe you just toss it at this point. I mean, you can only keep the dream alive for so long. Maybe you play enough cards if you can to activate Leprechaun. But then, like, oh, geez, you can't really do that, can you? You could wish for Conspirator. Why? I don't know.
Yep. You can also just play your estate.
Piles are still 4 cards away, and you don't want to be the guy who lowers piles when you're behind. And with this little of a lead, I don't know if vsiewnar wants to be the guy lowering piles. Because he'll lower to 3, Mick will lower to 2. vsiewnar will lower to 1, and then presumably Mick can take a quick lead and then maybe nab Warehouse. So I don't think anyone wants to touch Warehouse now.
Yep.
So if there's going to be another pile, it will be on duchies, but not really. It'll be on provinces because at some point duchies will hit 2, and someone has to take a gamble.
So Mick uses his wish on Conspirator.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I like that, but Mick dudded pretty hard.
Yeah.
Which means
And Mick goes
vsiewnar.
duchy silver.
Yeah. So now vsiewnar is looking better. He just needs to score a bit more. Memories is saying, oh, well, Steph's saying now he's looking better. Well, now he is, yeah, now that Mick dudded. Somehow with 3 apothecaries.
Were vsiewnar's turns really that much worse than we would expect given his deck?
Yeah, they weren't that bad. I mean, he had the one bad turn, but the other turn wasn't that bad. Apothecaries help. They help you find stuff.
Um, I don't believe a state and warehouse matters.
So this game has gone on for just under an hour. It's been a very interesting first game, but it's been a very long first game.
Yeah.
Imagine if all six... Well, that's assuming that it splits.
vsiewnar Procession's a groundskeeper here.
That is interesting. He's not going to get any points because it's not in play. It's got the clause like Quarry does. So Bridge is like the one card that it doesn't matter if it's in play or not. It's just how many times you play it. But Groundskeeper is in play, so he's not going to get any VP for that. Oh, apparently it was accidental, according to inside information, aka the chat going on in the other channel. Mick will likely grant. He grants most undos unless vsiewnar doesn't want to undo, which is possible. Some people are too polite, like right here. He probably went, oh geez, and then he just didn't even ask. But if he did ask, Mick would have almost certainly granted it. So so
vsiewnar once again with
only 6.
no groundskeepers in play, deciding whether to shuffle or not.
Yes. Now, Squire Zuko is saying Mick should grant that undo. He would grant it if vsiewnar asked. vsiewnar has to ask first. That's been Mick's modus operandi. Like he'll grant it if someone asks, but he's not gonna just ask usually. Sometimes he does, but usually he doesn't. I mean, that doesn't make him a supervillain, I hope. You know. I can't imagine it would.
Yep.
No, he's great.
So Mick's starting to draw some cards. Not really.
Yeah.
But he gets 3 of his groundskeepers.
Well, he could toss Cemetery Province, whatever, and it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah. Going to be able to buy cards buy whatever he wants with 3 groundskeepers in play at least.
Tracer saying being a supervillain is cool. Try and think of an uncool supervillain. Most of the cast of Superman's archvillains is a good start. Take Lex Luthor. He has a big dumb suit, and then he goes in. He's like this big brain, and he's supposed to match up to Superman's strength, and he does it by going in a big dumb suit. It's so stupid. I hate that so much. It's so uncool. So there's your good example.
Anyways, in regards to the game,
Yes.
Mick's going to take a duchy, get back ahead on points for a small margin. But
Yes.
vsiewnar gets a ghost turn. And he's going to draw at least 4 groundskeepers. There's his 5th.
Now, mind you, vsiewnar still can't take a province, so this will be presumably another duchy silver here. Although the palace points might start wearing off here. I don't know how many leprechauns vsiewnar played.
vsiewnar
Yeah,
only has the one gold, I believe.
only the one gold, so maybe the play here is Duchy Gold. Or gold. That doesn't work. Cancel that. Just
Duchy
can't
warehouse.
cancel that entirely. Duchy Warehouse is scary because, well, you could do it. It's not too scary yet. If Mick took a warehouse, then it would be scary.
Although warehouse is potentially just at the point where having one doesn't help your deck.
Whoa!
Province gold.
Province? That is. I think that is a bit scary. Mick only has 4
No.
groundskeepers. Now, if he finds all.
Gold triggers Palace Point.
Yeah, and Mick's gonna have. I assume he's gonna have a silver to trigger, so he has to find 2 groundskeepers in his haggler, and then I think that's a win. And then 1 groundskeeper in haggler is a tie, presumably. If I'm tracking correctly. My
Mick and vsiewnar both each have 2 golds and 2 silvers.
Mick's hand is great, so he will probably win. That was a very ballsy move by vsiewnar. I don't like it. There's no reason to take that risk.
Mick doesn't have a win here.
Not
Mick
yet.
can get a draw.
Not yet. He's got to find it, but
No, he can't win.
he can't?
He can't get Palace Points by getting a silver or a gold. He has 2 of each.
No, Mick's got 3 golds.
Mick has 2 golds.
Does he?
Yep.
vsiewnar gains gold, Mick gains gold, Mick gains gold. Oh, you're right. Well, let's see how many silvers we're gaining.
So, potentially looking at a draw for this very long game.
Yeah. Okay, well, I take it back. That was a smart play.
Oh, yes, that points out that
Okay.
Mick
Well,
could potentially get 2 hagglers
theory,
with a procession.
that's hard to do.
Yeah, because you have to procession the conspirator, then redraw your haggler.
That seems hard to do.
Mick very unlikely to do that.
Although,
But
I mean,
going
it's.
for it.
I don't know if I. Well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. vsiewnar, if he finds a single coin here.
So Mick looking to find his other 3 groundskeepers, and likely just going for a draw.
He might have to. Alright. I think at this point you can toss the groundskeeper? You kind of have to.
Mick can't toss groundskeeper.
He's got
I
more
think he has
ahead.
to pay.
He's got more ahead.
He needs all 4 of them.
No, he can do the haggler thing. He's got 2 actions. Okay, this is it. He doesn't have it. Wait, what?
Yeah, Leprechaun.
Leprechaun?
Wins.
Holy! Well, assuming he doesn't get screwed over by a. What the heck? All right, this hex will ruin Mick, but yeah, it will flip province with the. Oh, that won't matter, will it?
No, it doesn't. Locust flipping province gets groundskeeper points
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Mick.
that wouldn't. That would literally not matter. It could be anything. Envious.
Envious doesn't do it.
Envious doesn't do it. Wow, Mick squeaks out a miracle win. vsiewnar shouldn't have taken that risk. I mean, I know I said yay, no, yay, but I think even knowing that, there's no reason to take that risk, right? Wow, what a finish.
Well, a very well played by Mick.
Very nice finish. Now, Tracer says it seems like a fine risk. Steph probably says it's a fine risk. He agrees with vsiewnar taking the risk. I don't know. That was close. Interesting match. And that went just over an hour. We're on to game 2.
And we've got a King's Court board.
We got a tournament board. We got a Knights board. King's Court Knights. Oh, jeez. Uh, do you want to?
Let's see. We've got no trashing.
Yeah, this is gonna be a crap fest.
Drawing with Caravan, King's Court, and tournament cards, and the Royal Blacksmith. Splitting with King's Court and Trusty Steed. You got some. Got no way to gain extra cards outside of Princess and Talisman.
Now,
And Knights are a big attack here, apparently.
if
or it
you're
looks like.
if you're playing Afraid, would you embargo, say, King's Court or Sir Michael? That doesn't seem worth it because you still want the silver to spike province, and you don't play scared. Playing scared's for wimps. So Steph is realizing slowly, maybe not so slowly, but he's realizing that Banquet is better than everybody thinks. It can be quite nice. I didn't realize the monastery thing, but double monastery. I'm going to have to try that. That's interesting.
This not being the board for Banquet, though.
Sage? Huh. I don't think I like the Sage. I would have gone tournament silver. Mick goes tournament silver. vsiewnar goes tournament sage. Now, certainly, I guess the argument is Sage can cycle you through your deck. Sort of a pseudo chancellor, and maybe it can help.
Mick on Knights now, with a goal already in his deck.
So we're already going into
Dame Anna is trashing.
Dame Anna is trashing.
Mick's gonna snag that.
We're already getting into the Knights. Who bought the first Knight? Presumably
Mick
did.
On turn 5.
Sir Michael. Discard Knight. It's useful to stop your opponent. Could hit a tournament. And then we got Sir Destry, flipped Anna.
Yeah, so Dame Anna already putting Mick quite far ahead.
Now, do you trash 2 coppers here, or do you trash 1 and buy another Knight?
He trashed 2 coppers.
Trash 2 coppers, correct. Now, Marcus is cheating. He's putting money on Mick before, after the game started. You're not allowed to do that. That's cheating.
That's literally what we did last game.
Shh. Don't ruin it.
Mick also up 3 Knights to 1.
Yep.
And looking significantly ahead here.
Yep.
Can play Sir Michael and then buy a King's Court. And Mick's going to go opt for that.
Oh yeah, you want a king a knight. Kinging a knight is destructive.
Yeah, Mick's significantly ahead at this point.
Yes. Oh man.
Gets a caravan trash and buys a caravan of his own.
Mick.
But
well, Anna got
vsiewnar able to trade Sir Bailey for.
Yep, here we
Mick's
go.
Anna.
Destruction begins.
But Mick is already King's Courting Sir Michael.
Now, do you get another King's Court, or do you just get a knight? I think you continue with the knights. 0 hits. Wow. Well, that just tells you how bad vsiewnar's deck is.
Another King's Court looks nice, although Dame Molly is a particularly good knight most of the
Okay.
Mick's opting for Dame Molly.
Alright, so Sir Vander here. Okay, nice.
given that vsiewnar does not have a king's court, and so Sir Molly would be a way for him to play multiple actions in a or multiple knights in a turn.
Right. So I assume we're gonna see Sir Martin here, but well, no King's Court. You have to
vsiewnar takes king's court.
you have to gamble with the knights and hope.
So now Mick gets to choose which knight to king.
That's easy. Dame Molly. Well, maybe that's not so easy.
It's a caravan and a silver.
And you even get to buy Sir Martin at the end.
And Sir Michael will hit another silver.
Yep. All right. No destruction. I would
Misses with another knight, but is still able to start picking up caravans.
presumably I would have thought about getting a tournament there, but caravan is probably best.
Tournament is basically a peddler here,
Yeah, but
since these decks are not going to be provincing very soon.
yeah, that's true.
Mick goes King Sir Michael
Yep.
over King Sir Martin, which is an interesting choice.
Well, he wanted to get the discard attack in.
Yeah. Although you would rather Martin die than Michael.
Certainly. Sir Tenley. It's the best knight. It's the 10th knight to be bought. Could buy caravan, could buy tournament. Puzzle box singing a song you may have heard of. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
It's moderately popular.
Yeah, I would say moderately. For sure. Okay, so vsiewnar, I imagine, is just a dead man walking.
You have vsiewnar without any knights left in his deck.
Yeah, presumably vsiewnar could start buying duchies or estates, probably estates, and pray that Battlefield saves him, but Qsenoch is just going to run laps around him. Like, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, Mick has 2 knights, although admittedly 2 weakish knights. But Mick's gonna also be able to start playing with tournaments and could also play groundskeepers to try to outscore any weird duchy battlefield thing.
So, Swordfish Trombone is in chat, and then I'd like to update everybody. I listened to Tom Waits' album Swordfish Trombone. It was very interesting. Update over. So we're going for the estate rush. Good old estate rush. It's gonna be interesting.
They don't get hit by knights.
Now, Mick could be a real dick here in King's Court embargo and put him on the estates. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but you could do it. You could be really cruel.
Does that just help the vsiewnar run piles faster?
Maybe, but it's funny.
does embargo estates once.
Or you could just be Mick by province, run laps around your opponent.
Yeah. Province Sage looks very strong here.
Wow,
Or just Kingsport.
he's not even getting points. I mean, he probably doesn't have to, but
Kingsport tournament.
I kind of hope the vsiewnar can somehow sneak this one out. It's not gonna happen. He didn't even get to a state. This is so over.
No. Province for Mick, though, does also let him turn on tournaments.
You could double duchy. You could triple a state.
Why would he double duchy?
Why not? Just take all the battlefield points.
Kingsport Sage or just a province.
Yeah.
And vsiewnar resigns.
Yeah, well, that's completely reasonable.
Yeah.
So we're 2-0 Mick. vsiewnar has to start chaining some wins here, or he's going to be finding himself in a very deep hole.
Yeah.
So BudZord022 says, why did he resign? Mick was kinging a caravan nearly every turn. He was drawing a lot of his deck. He was buying provinces plus. vsiewnar had to lower the estate pile, and battlefield points were lowering. He had 6 to lower. It's going to take him a long time. It's just, there's no way out for vsiewnar, really. He has to rush estates, and 6 turns is not a rush.
Anyways, next board, we have no track.
vsiewnar with the 5-2, so he gets to open Haggler Settlers, which is pretty nice.
We can draw with cities, but nothing else really. Settlers, potentially. Got no attacks. Conquest gives you some points. And Charm gives you some nice ways to buy. But Cities as only draws very slow. And so we could be looking at a money deck here.
You could open Haggler Overlord. That's not crazy. You're
Nope.
The whole point of Haggler, though, is buying something and gaining something else, so maybe it is crazy. Tracer's saying no way. Probably. There's just no way. So it's probably just going to be a Settlers. Oh, Haggler for buying something and gaining something else? No way. Oh, is he being sarcastic? I'm confused. I don't know what he is getting at. Overlord as opportunistic smugglers is indeed nice.
Yeah. So make up in Smuggler Silvers, vsiewnar with the expected Haggler Settlers open. And Rick having another Smugglers and an Oasis in his deck already.
Yep, vsiewnar already hitting cities.
And Mick likely to take a city or an
Haggler.
Artificer here.
He's going to take a Haggler.
He already has 2 terminals in his deck.
Does he?
Yeah, 2 Smugglers.
Oh, did he open double Smugglers?
Even Smuggler Silver, but then hit Smugglers off Smugglers.
Right, okay. So he gets a charm.
Charm.
Okay. Well, certainly vsiewnar will take a free charm. Although, Haggler for city something else seems better.
Yep. You're not taking Charmin.
Charmin is
Oasis.
like the toilet rolls. Charmin, really, guys? Okay, fine. Okay. So Qsenoch has a terrible hand. He gets a third smugglers. That could really work, or it could really backfire. It's probably gonna really backfire.
Yeah, mixed deck. Not looking very strong right
No,
now.
no, it's not. But three smugglers. I don't know why there aren't more settlers gone. To be honest, just take the settlers. Come on, take the settlers. I guess you could take. Oh, jeez, what is this? That is so weird. What is it? 3 each now, or does Mick have 4?
Yep. 3 each.
Jeez, that is terrible. So we're gonna have these decks that can gain a trillion stuff but can't gain anything. Because they're all terrible. Oh man. This is funny. I really don't get the smugglers, the third one.
Going for an overlord. That can't be smuggled.
Yeah. Every day I'm smuggling. Ba, 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 ba. I said I wouldn't do that. So, yeah, smugglers is awesome, Donald, but it's 3 smugglers awesome. With 1 village gone in total. And no draw to speak of. I don't know.
Well, that's why you need to empty the smugglers.
Oh my goodness.
Xerox feuding for the stalemate.
You could take Gold City here. That's terrible. Take City Settlers, please. Take City
Gain
Settlers.
another smugglers.
You could, or you could be smart and gain Settlers. Okay.
That's better.
Good.
Mick likely just smuggling for a city.
Better ingredients. Better plaza. Dominion Johns. Steph is saying, what is wrong with the goal? Nothing. Nothing is wrong with the Papa John's. Nothing is wrong with the goal. I don't think, but
Mick.
Death cart? Oh, so you can kill the smugglers. Okay. That makes sense. This is... These are weird decks! What's going on? I'm so confused.
vsiewnar playing death card or smugglers. Not taking a death card.
Well, yeah. I don't think I would want a death cart. What is going on? 3 smugglers each. Death cart. Yeah, I feel like Mick is just laughing his rear end off. He's just having fun. He's like, yeah, I'm lost. I'm just gonna buy a death cart. Why not? Like, I'm almost certain that's what's going on. Like, I don't think Mick is like, Death Cart gives me the best tactical opportunity to win at this very particular moment. Like, he's not going like that. He's just having fun. I don't know what he's doing. I don't get the Death Cart.
Mick hoping that vsiewnar will smuggle behind him.
Maybe? But that's just the blind leading the blind, right? Like, you're still falling off the cliff first. You don't know if the other
That's
guy's
not good.
You don't know if the other guy's gonna.
Mick's just going points.
Yeah. Well, if Mick's gonna buy a bunch of conquests, it'll be fine.
Hoping that vsiewnar's deck full of smugglers will not get there.
No, you can smuggle the silver, right? Because you gained it. vsiewnar discarding copper over smugglers. Well, he bought 3 of them. He wants the smugglers. He bought the smugglers for a reason, so he can look at the smugglers while he's playing other cards. That's why he bought all those smugglers. That's why he gained all those smugglers. Am I recording? I sure hope I'm recording. Please make sure I'm recording.
I mean, there's also the
It's
Twitch
on.
highlight that
It's
we can
on.
go off of.
It's on Twitch. It's my browser's saying I'm recording or streaming, I should say. It's streaming, but yeah, I sure hope it's streaming on Twitch. It was yesterday. I didn't change anything, so it should be.
So Mick going for gold over conquest.
We'll see. He gets to haggle it with a city. Probably. The Twitch chat is very quiet. Big surprise.
Not sure that Mick wants us to
Am I separately recording? No. Maybe I should have been, but
Mick goes gold silver.
gold, silver. I guess Mick is just going straight money.
Yeah.
Okay. And vsiewnar is trying to drain piles as fast as he can, so he can activate his cities.
Yeah.
vsiewnar has played this very strange, but, I mean, Mick bought a death cart. That's a little strange, too. Mick got 3 smugglers. That's a bit strange, too. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure he's going to win. It'll be exciting.
So Mick can play Overlord as death card here.
If you're going to do multi-conquest, do you want horse traders or do you want artificers to gain multiple silvers mid-turn? Which both are ugly as sin. You really want to lower 2 piles. And that's hard to do. Maybe you need another haggler for vsiewnar here. Maybe you just think, okay, let's get the haggler. Or maybe he's thinking, this isn't working. I need to pivot to money too. I don't know what he's thinking. Gets an oasis. Okay. That's very odd. And vsiewnar won't even be able to buy oasis here. That is
Mick making the Overlord as death card play. Picking up another province. Oasis will get Mick to province again, likely going to death cart to trash the smuggler.
okay. I feel like there's like oasis puns I can make, but
I'm glad you're not.
I haven't listened to Oasis in a very long time. So, You can thank your lucky stars that I don't remember anything.
vsiewnar having a nice turn here. Going to be able to pile city and oasis. Or pile oasis and buy a city.
Yep. So vsiewnar is now going to draw quite a bit of deck. Piles are sort of low, but, well, Mick can lower piles.
Yeah, vsiewnar doesn't have that much draw compared to the number of
Yeah, we
cards in his deck.
could see Province City here already for vsiewnar. Although, like, you can't. If you could, I would just get City Haggler, but you can't. So maybe you just get Province City.
That would be reasonable. Because city horse traders.
Right. So Mick is just going to keep buying provinces. Oh, yeah. Horse Traders is great. Okay, that's good. That's a good pickup. I dismissed Horse Traders earlier, but now it's good.
Yeah, Mick gets a 4th province.
Yep.
So, looking tough for vsiewnar to catch up here on points.
Yes, but also there's Conquest.
Yeah.
And now I have the White Stripe song.
Deck really not in a position to start conquesting, though.
Not yet. Not yet. Just you watch. Just you watch. Qsenoch will be buying province smugglers in no time. So, yeah, Mick's probably going to win this one. Although vsiewnar will make a game of it, and I hope he does win, because he's got the more interesting deck.
For sure. Well, the mixed deck has Death Card in it.
Yeah.
And that's also fun.
It's interesting. Bad can also be interesting. But I mean good interesting.
Yeah, Steph pointing out that Mick should just not. That Mick can avoid buying silver. To not give conquest points off of Smuggler's Place.
Right. So vsiewnar can empty cities here, which he probably should. I mean, it's really his only shot. Gimme by.
Well, yeah, empty cities, and Mick not having province here puts this back as being a game.
Yeah, so Steph's saying two provinces, 2 city. Oh, yeah, no. Can't do that. What you could do here, gain your charm, province, city. That doesn't work. Never mind. That doesn't work.
Could get Artificer in 2 cities.
Yeah.
It
You
looks like what he's going for.
Gotta really start catching up here.
Or Artificer in a province in 2 cities.
So Mick does not have... So maybe it's in Mick's best interest here to just lower the smugglers by 2. I don't know if that's better or worse. Can vsiewnar... No, that's bad. Because vsiewnar has... No, that's suicide. No, that's super suicide.
Is that vsiewnar can't catch up on points next turn?
vsiewnar with 10 cities, all of them activated peddlers and buy, and plus smugglers to drain the last 2 smugglers.
vsiewnar only has triple vsiewnar can start buying conquests, that's correct.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's very dangerous. I don't know. I think vsiewnar can do a little bit better than triple province.
Yeah.
Especially with Artificer. But at
I
the
mean, Mick
same
doesn't
time,
have a choice, I don't think.
no, I think he still have to lower smugglers by 2. We could see that right
You could
here.
also lower death cards.
1 death cart.
That's. You could lower a pair. No, he can't. Yep, that's correct. No, 2 smugglers.
All right.
Yeah, it goes
That's
3 hoods.
That's reasonable. All right, all right. Game on. And this is assuming vsiewnar doesn't just straight up dud, which is not looking impossible at the moment. This is very uncomfortable. Where are the cities? Where are the cities? Oh no!
A straight up dud for vsiewnar.
This is it. That's so horrible. That's so unfortunate for vsiewnar. That is horrible. That is so sad.
And Mick will win the game.
You have to province here. Like you don't have a choice. I would province gain a charm or artisan, or maybe even horse trade. You just get the charm. Divorce's provincing seems irrelevant. You have to province. Duchy is fine as well. This is horrifying. Oh man, I feel for vsiewnar. That hurts. He played it right. He played his cards right, and then in the end, it didn't materialize for him. That is just.
Well, there was also the smugglers thing at the start of the game.
Yeah, that was weird, but.
That he could have.
But vsiewnar had the chance to right the wrong. He could have righted up the wrong, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So it's just too bad. But he had the chance to.
Anyways, this is 3-0 Mick now.
3-0 Mick. vsiewnar needs to start winning out here. A tie will not do. A tie will be a Mick win and promotion to the next round. And Mick starts first, but it's not getting any easier here for vsiewnar.
Yep. So we have counterfeit and mint to trash here. No way to draw cards. You can split actions, but not much to do with that. Marauder can attack, and with no way to trash non-treasure cards, that's likely to be very strong.
Well, you're just opening Marauder then.
Yeah.
I'm not. People are saying Marauder Guide. I think Marauder Silver is better, but because you want to hit counterfeit, but it might not matter. The guide might.
Also, Marauder.
Actually, Scheme is very interesting because if you can connect your Scheme with Marauder, you can potentially play it twice in a shuffle, which is super nice. Marauder Orchard is also funny, according to Tracer, because if there's 3 ruins and you gain them, you get the points. So.
Yep.
Which is not really going to matter that much. So. I don't think it'll matter. I think if you're all junked up, you're just going to lose.
Yeah. There's a potential also look at just trashing all of your coppers with counterfeit and then going for something like Lost Arts on Poorhouse.
So Mick could go Scheme here. He's taking his time. vsiewnar just went straight for silver. Hey, yep, wow, Mick went straight for Scheme. Good play. We could see Blessed Village here. I don't think that's great. We could see second Marauder. That's not great either. We could see silver here. Okay, takes the Blessed Village. Oh, they both open silver. Okay.
Yep.
I confused myself. No, you have to take the shot at counterfeit. So. Alright.
So
presumably you just play this Blessed Village roulette, hope to get good boons, and because there's nothing else great you can buy it for.
You can buy guide.
You could, or you could buy blessed villages. All right. Well, Qsenoch does get to counterfeit. We're gonna see that here. Maybe we'll see Artificer. That's cute. I think counterfeit's better.
Yeah.
If you can top deck your Artificer immediately, Artificer is always better. But it's like the transmog. Like, you just don't take the risk. You just get counterfeit. And vsiewnar gets highway, which I don't particularly like. It's not the worst, but it's certainly not now. Certainly not now. So
vsiewnar hitting a high price point again.
yeah, it's not going to do him any
Looking at
good.
Artificer or counterfeit.
I think this is a case of I need to spend all my money when you don't, and I think another counterfeit or Artificer would have been better.
Yeah.
I don't like this Blessed Village scheme stuff. I mean, it's not as good as a counterfeit. vsiewnar is going for orchard points, but I want deck control. That's my ultimate goal. I can always go for points later. This game isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, no. It's really not. vsiewnar has 3 runes right now. Mick has 2.
Yep.
vsiewnar gonna get to play a top deck Marauder.
Smick gets...
Mick will top deck a Marauder as well.
Yep. And now we're gonna see some Silver Flood, according to Tracer with the Artificers. Not yet, but...
Another Marauder does not help with deck control at all. We're gonna be down to 2 ruins. 2 turns.
Who got a second Marauder? Oh, no.
No one has a second Marauder.
Okay. I don't know what. Did this happen in the past? I'm getting a serious case of deja vu.
Huh?
Anyway, I get those a lot. Maybe I just dream the future. Okay, so Blessed Village looks bad.
Yeah.
I assume here you just buy Scheme or Silver. Scheme is respectable. Although at some point schemes are...
I would like guides.
Guides are good. Yeah. So vsiewnar is going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 3 buys. Oh, you could buy a triple beggar. No, don't do that. What's Mick going to do with his double Artificer? Well, at worst, they're treasuries that you can't top deck. At worst, they're peddlers.
Yeah.
Peddlers are quite nice. They're never bad. You can always discard them to set up your next turn. There's tons of stuff you can do with Artificer, even here.
Yeah.
Why Artificers over Counterfeit? They did get Counterfeit first, Silverstein. Maybe you get 2 Counterfeits, but...
Yeah. So 7 for Mick.
Yep.
Likely a 3rd Artificer or a Highway.
We could see him start dipping into the highways, because now if you get a bunch of highways, artificers get better and better. So presumably you play down 8 highways, you gain a province off of 1 artificer without discarding a thing.
Well, you don't have the draw to do that.
You don't, but certainly you could try for it.
And Rune's going to go 5/5 here.
All right, and see right there, that's very tactical. Mick discards 4 cards. Presumably will gain a blessed village.
That's odd. I would have discarded to top deck a highway, probably.
Maybe Mick is gonna buy a guide. I mean, a beggar. How, you could pour half.
Oh, no, we're counting wrong. Mick discards 3 cards. And gains a scheme.
Okay. Poorhouse is nice. You can set up your poorhouses. So they're going to be worth some points, and presumably you can also set them up to buy province. You could discard just 1 card with Artificer and get a poorhouse.
Yep.
It can work out quite nice for you.
Mick has a chance to get a province.
Yeah, I would like a province here.
By counterfeiting the spoils.
You would have to, yes. Although piles aren't really all that low, you could honestly wait, right? Like, you could just keep thinning copper and continue just going for these points. Steph says wait for what? Well, thin a bit, right? Like, you could thin a copper.
Mick can look to pick up some library or some highways and try to use scheme to collide those with artificers. That would thin another copper as well if he does that.
Yeah, I think there's a case you could make for both. But, Steph is the one saying get province, so. And it's Steph, so. Take that as you take it. I'm not sure I would take province here, but. But. It is true you're never really going to get all that consistent. So Mick opts to not take province.
Mick is going Poorhouse Lost Arts.
Which is interesting. And could be right. You do need more artificers to help set up your...
Yes, and artificers also do help with the Lost Arts Poorhouse house deck a lot, because those can pick those up very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And Scheme just making this deck
So
fairly strong, consistent.
second highway from vsiewnar. So here I would already just play Poorhouse. And then draw, because you might draw more money.
Yeah.
It's pretty likely, actually. Yep. Okay. That's a bit funny.
Yeah, slight miscue from Mick playing the Blessed Village instead of the Necropolis for the Poorhouse.
Yeah.
Drawing him a copper.
Certainly.
But Mick has 6 now.
Could see highway buy from Mick now. Just start going into those. Could see...
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm wrong.
Could see more artificers from Mick. They're certainly nice. Okay, so he's going for highway. All right. So actually, you don't even have to play villages before you play your necro because they're lost arts.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
So Mick can lead with Poorhouse here.
Yep, and then artificer, discard overgrown, gain poorhouse, draw it, start buying provinces.
Yep.
Yeah,
And can even
Mick is in
top deck
complete control
an
here.
Artificer next turn.
You mean, huh?
I'll top deck a Poorhouse and an Artificer next turn.
How is he just how is Mick top decking an artificer?
Scheme.
Oh, scheme, right? Okay. I was thinking with the artificer discard. Yeah, no, that's very good. I'm so. No, Mick did do it.
I'm not sure about this Marauder play though.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not great, but
Artificer also discards your coppers to turn on Poorhouse.
yep. All right, so yeah, Mick is looking pretty in control here, especially if he can find his schemes. Meanwhile, vsiewnar is going for these highway stuff, which is looking a little harder to connect than well, frankly, easy.
Mick
That's a bit
doesn't just want to province.
That's a bit of a weird order, but that is a bit of a weird order for sure.
Oh yes, Mick draws a copper off of that Artificer, which means that he can't province that turn.
Okay, fair enough. So province poorhouse presumably.
Oh, Wandering Winder.
I thought he could have anyway.
Yeah, Wandering Winder shows. Yes, it does work because Artificer gives you a coin.
Yeah, you would have been able to. So presumably Mick will just toss this hand. It's not province, so toss.
Yeah.
vsiewnar connecting a bit of a turn here.
Yeah. And also worth noting that piles are very low at this point. With one poorhouse and 3 blessed villages left.
Okay, I thought I heard something. And by something, I thought I heard a mouse, but hopefully not.
Alternatively, one poorhouse and 4 schemes will pile.
Right. So vsiewnar is taking a bit of a lead here, although not much of a lead. Certainly, we'll have to see how this plays, because Mick will toss this hand for sure.
Yes.
How many guides does vsiewnar have? 1 down. So they both have 1 guide down. The score is 3-0 Mick.
vsiewnar has orchard points off of guides. Yes. And Nick has one. Yes, Artificer also gave vsiewnar orchard points saved for each of those.
Poorhouse. Huh.
Mick could get orchard points off of a highway.
It's a gambit. It's definitely a gambit. But this is gonna be interesting. So vsiewnar is going to have... Wow.
Mick finds nothing.
Just nothing. So vsiewnar, I think, just wins if he draws well enough. Might just win anyway. Oh, 3 highways? Okay. This is...
There's 4 highways.
Stop here. Stop right here. Just play the poorhouse. Don't draw any more money. Don't... It doesn't matter. It's just a win. So... Oh, play the ruin market. Oh, geez, yes. Don't play poorhouse.
Yeah, poorhouse doesn't win.
No. Jeez, oh man. Oh, there we go. Forest gift. That's wow.
There's game.
That's game.
3-1.
3-1. vsiewnar comeback, and he gets to start the next game. You could get some momentum going. On to game 5. At the end of this, they'll be calling him Qsenoch because he's clutch. He'll come through.
No one's going to be calling him that.
I might. If he wins, I'll call him that. So Druid is awful. Wind's Gift, Sun's Gift, Moon's Gift. No good, really. Well, maybe Wind's Gift, but... You know, and I say that, but maybe with the Quarry it's super good. Because it's like the only buy here. Oh, no, there's Ranger. Okay, I always forget Ranger as buy.
So drawing with Ranger, Smithy, Hunting Party. Thinning with Moneylender. Expedition can also draw. And split actions with Border Village and Farming Village. Got games with Ranger and Druid.
Do you open Druid Moneylender? Or is that insane and you just open Silver Money? Well, you want to hit 6. Okay, Silver Moneylender.
That's insane. You hit
insane.
You open
Yeah.
Silver Moneylender.
I know it's oh, you can open
Or
Expedition.
You open Expedition Moneylender.
Oh yeah, well if you can just do that, then yeah, that's just way better.
But yeah, Quarry looking likely solid here.
vsiewnar just ticked off Mick because he said GG and will continue to play on.
Oh no, they were referring to the last game.
I know. I'm making a joke. So, come on, vsiewnar, get Expedition. Expedition is the best petition. Come on. Come on. Pull through, vsiewnar. Pull through. Come on. I don't have anti-Mick bias. I have pro-exciting match bias. If Mick was down 3-0, I'd be pulling for him. I want a Game 7. We all want a Game 7. Well, maybe we don't. Tracer doesn't. Tracer wants to go to bed. But Okay, so vsiewnar completely whiffs on his. Okay, well, on the other hand, he does get that guaranteed.
Mick buying an expedition on his turn 3. So they're going to be in fairly similar spots.
Yeah. So if vsiewnar gets
Mick having
anything,
a silver, vsiewnar having a quarry,
yes.
puts vsiewnar slightly ahead.
So we're gonna continue with this hunting party. The hunting party dance. Mick with a really, really sad 2. Do you take Druid or just nothing? And maybe with the village you can afford to get the cycle boon. It's a bit iffy, but I mean, also hunting parties are gonna bounce off it. I don't. Divorce saying take a state to trash. I don't like that at all. I would take the druid or nothing at all.
I I'm leaning towards druid.
Yeah, why not? Wing it. There you go.
Yep.
Sad turn.
Gonna be 4 for vsiewnar. Potentially a farming village or a smithy or a ranger.
I would like a ranger. Please get the ranger. Steph is saying vsiewnar should get quarry too, and to that I say get ranger.
Yeah.
Get ranger.
Mick hits 6 a second time.
Very nice turns here. Border village hunting party.
Yep.
Wandering Winder wants some ranger before quarry number 2. So he wants more than one ranger. Tracer.
Yeah, Mick looking to get a border village and potentially a ranger over hunting party here.
I don't like ranger over hunting party for one reason, because you can get ranger this turn now. So presumably you'll play ranger and you'll have it on green, and then you can trigger it forever after. So why not just get a little more consistency? Smithy, huh? That's interesting.
Instead of ranger.
Yeah. So you do get. So here I would get border village ranger, but we may see another hunting party because vsiewnar is a little conservative because he is a bit ahead, but I would like to have seen a ranger there. Maybe he'd get the druid. Yep. Okay.
So Mick still getting to 6 off with that slightly odd hand, and with the quarry druid. Makes this actually a somewhat nice turn for him.
Right. Anyway, vsiewnar is likely going to dud here so he can get his ranger now.
Smick can go something like
Oh, Mick's going for ranger.
quarry ranger.
I'm afraid that
Interesting.
vsiewnar will just continue buying hunting parties when that really should have been a ranger right there. For sure. So I'm a little worried that Mick might out efficient vsiewnar, although I mean hunting parties are draw. Like it's not the end of the world, but there is that worry in the back of my head that vsiewnar is pissing away his lead.
Mick with a very nice form of a dud.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, if you can call 2 quarries and a buy and hand a dud, I mean, that's crazy talk.
I can call 2 quarries and a buy a dud.
That sounds like a joke. Two two quarries and a druid walk into a bar in a buy.
So anyway, vsiewnar, draw a deck here.
You could. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no,
I was thinking about guaranteeing a top deck with your druid Windsgift. I think if you were gonna do that, you had to do it before you drew everything.
yeah.
But I'm not sure if that would have worked anyway. You could have gambled
So 7
you top decked a Necro or something. But
7 coins here. I like Treasure Trove Farming Village potentially. Or Treasure Trove and a second Ranger.
Treasure Trove.
No, never mind. vsiewnar doesn't have. Treasure Trove should probably be the next turn once vsiewnar can journey token back down. If vsiewnar had gotten a Ranger last turn, though, and Treasure Trove would likely be very nice here.
Quarry Expedition? The Expedition is super not needed, though. Right?
I don't believe it is. I don't think Quarry's what vsiewnar needs either.
That is such a. That's gotta be a waste.
Well, vsiewnar doesn't have Ranger token this turn.
I don't really care. That is confusing and a half.
I don't think it's terrible,
I think it's
but
absolute.
it doesn't.
I mean, like, he's still almost done it. So, there you go. But this board needs traveling fair. That would have made this board so much cooler. I mean, it's cool already, but traveling fair, man. I would have bought experiments, not expedition there. Maybe as an insure. I mean, here's the deal, right? Experiments would have been 1 because there's quarry. So I could have bought one off as a safe buy, and it would have been fine.
So vsiewnar cannot go Border Village Ranger and a Treasure Trove here.
Well, that's
But
easy.
can just get the single Ranger.
Who needs
Treasure Trove?
Border Village? You got plenty of them. I just go Ranger Treasure Trove, but
Yes,
Hunting Party Treasure Trove is not.
that's also fine, but it doesn't.
It's not Ranger.
Yeah, no. vsiewnar really wants a second Ranger.
Yeah, this is. Mick might out efficiency vsiewnar here, and that's something I see happen so often. Is when you're ahead, you get lazy. You think, oh, I'm just ahead, and you keep coasting ahead, and you don't play your best, and you don't efficientize your deck, and then before you know it, the guy's behind is ahead because he's been playing much more efficiently. So this could end very ugly for Illy. I mean, it could end ugly too. I don't know, but it's not going to end well for vsiewnar if he doesn't start getting more buys. He needs buys so bad, and he needs a treasure trove, but he's got that.
Yep.
But now he needs the buy, especially now. I mean, it's hard to say hunting party is going to be somebody's downfall, but lack of buy will be his downfall for sure. I would top deck ranger and the hunting party. You can guarantee it.
Yep.
Yep. Agree. Okay. Please
That's no.
buy ranger. You probably need 2 rangers now, to be honest.
You don't need. You want an even number of rangers, but I suppose that's not really the relevant thing.
They're saying province ranger. That's reasonable-ish too.
You can't buy province ranger.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can. Ranger costs 0.
Ranger. Come on. Yes.
There we go.
All right. Awesome. All right, vsiewnar. You
Okay.
right the wrongs.
And vsiewnar double now. Because if he
Eventually.
can't, he's probably just 1. Otherwise, he's probably still winning, but slightly slower. vsiewnar cannot double right now. On.
I'm not a vsiewnar fanboy. I'm an exciting match fanboy. I actually really appreciate Mick's body of work. I'm fair and impartial, okay? I'm literally just pulling for an exciting match. And Mick is very much ahead now, probably.
So,
Well, no, he doesn't have treasure trove. Maybe he's behind. Yeah.
it gets a treasure trove. These quarries do not help you build up a payload,
No.
is one thing.
Mick could go triple hunting party here. He could use some hunting parties.
He's gonna go for expedition, farming village, and a ranger.
That is certainly interesting.
I would probably prefer hunting parties to expedition.
I would imagine so. The nice thing, especially about Treasure Trove, is you can play it and score an extra point off of it. With Aqueduct. It's super nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tracer is right. You gotta play a hunting party before Ranger. Oh, that was bad. Should have top decked it.
Yeah. Oh, limited-ish draw, not lime-time-ish draw.
Did I say lime time-ish draw?
No, I just read it that way.
Oh, okay. So you could buy Silver Province, which seems bad. I would just rather buy hunting parties forever.
Yeah, vsiewnar should buy.
Expedition? Man, buy the triple hunting party. It's a party.
2 farming villages here should be followed from this. And vsiewnar should be winning this. As long as he does not dud.
You gotta get the hunting party, man. I mean, Smithy's fine. Those are perfectly fine. Actually, that might be better.
Those are fine guys.
That might even be better. But hunting party, though. Gotta love hunting party.
vsiewnar will not be able to double province and expedition.
Yeah, well, that's,
Well,
that's life, isn't it?
but he doesn't need to, because Mick can't do that. Mick can. I don't believe Mick can double here, anyways.
Oh. This chair is slowly breaking. I need to get a new one soon. I can't lean back into it anymore. That's too bad. Qsenoch drawing deck, more or less. Did Tracer's chair break? You know what doesn't break? A couch. A couch doesn't break.
Well, my chair is not broken, but it does have a...
Alright.
Oh, there we go.
Your chair squeaks.
Yeah, it does.
I need to...
Anyways, Mick getting one province.
Estate?
Not going to be
Estate, huh?
enough to fresher vsiewnar.
I mean, Mick has to go for the tiebreaker, I guess, but...
It doesn't even get the tiebreaker with aqueduct points.
Yeah. That is for sure... That is for sure on the weird zone.
Yeah, really, Mick just...
Well, we asked for exciting matches. We're getting them.
not gonna be able to get this one.
So piles are 7 buys away. And with quarry down. I mean, they're not... Neither player has the buys, but...
I'm getting 10 for piles.
It's only 7 because you can drain border village hunting party and then ranger.
Yes. Sorry. Likely to just run on provinces, though.
Yes, that's certainly true. Here I would...
Since vsiewnar is going to have double next turn.
I would for sure province, border village ranger, border village ranger. And then that puts you in pretty nice spot. Then you only got to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gains. I guess that's not good enough.
I mean, Mick can't even catch him on points next turn.
Yeah, I mean, vsiewnar can just double next turn, assuming he kicks off. So it might
vsiewnar should go... vsiewnar should buy 2 expeditions this turn.
Well, Steph's just saying 1. I think 1's sufficient. What Steph suggested sounds good. Border village ranger, ranger expedition.
That also works.
Probably works pretty well.
Could also go border village.
Koi's is
Yeah.
potentially playing scared.
It's not scared. It's just it's just if vsiewnar doesn't dud, he's winning easily.
Well, can you dud on an expedition? I mean, maybe. I don't want to ask, but Seems unlikely.
It's harder than dudding on two expeditions, or it's easier than dudding on two expeditions.
Sure, I suppose.
But getting the overdraw with border villages and rangers, also completely reasonable.
Hmm. Yeah, and I guess we can give a shout out to vsiewnar's play order. He should be playing Ranger like last of all. You want the hunting
Yep.
parties to find other hunting parties and draw you 2 cards. And this way, hunting parties potentially draw you way less.
Yeah, unsure why VCNR is tanking so much on this.
He's got to calculate lines. You quad make sure in a championship game where you're down
Yeah,
1-3. Like him taking this time is not weird at all.
no.
I would probably take this much time. You can't you can't mess around. Like one mistake and you're dead. You can't mess around. Vasunar forgot the ellipses. It's gotta be. There's gotta be the ellipses.
Disappointing. Wandering Winder, you said that one literally when we were commentating on Monday.
One expedition. A10 Noit is saying Border Village Ranger and then making a face, which is interesting. Now he's saying buy 3 Rangers. But
Are you around to boo Wandering Winder for me?
no, no, we don't need that today. Maybe next time, but certainly not here.
I just meant in chat.
No, only golf claps are allowed. Sorry.
Uh,
All right, Vasunar, clock's ticking. I want to go to. I don't need to go to bed. I don't know what he's thinking about now. Like, I understand taking a lot of time, but this is a lot of time.
yeah,
But
not a super difficult decision either.
all
Okay.
right, looks like Vasunar made his decision. He bought
And you're going with
Expedition,
and
Border Village
Ranger.
Ranger. Okay, good. All right.
Mick, drawing deck pretty easily.
Don't grant. Just play. No, I'm just kidding. Grant it. Um, so Mick very much behind here. Can't double province. vsiewnar can. Although next turn, potentially. Yeah, you have to take duchy.
So Mick potentially able to win with a bad enough dud from vsiewnar.
Which could happen. Could. It won't, but it could. Well, it could if vsiewnar draws Ranger immediately and plays it.
Let's see, Mick gonna have
The limited draw here might actually be of service to vsiewnar. It might actually help him because he's been playing it wrong so far, which is kind of interesting.
I mean, I'm not sure what Mick's going to do that's not copper, moneylender.
Yeah, I feel like you have to get...
That puts Mick up to how much coin? Mick at 15 this turn is going to have, or 13 this turn, going to have 16. I would put Mick up to 20.
He needs 24. That's not good enough. You did factor in the gold he just gained, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So does 20 stop vsiewnar from just going double props?
Alright.
Or 19.
Alright, vsiewnar, play hunting party. What are you waiting for? Oh, Jesus. Is the next game just going to be like this the whole game?
Let's see. So if vsiewnar doubles, that's going to put him up to...
Okay. That's not good.
12. 34.
That is mega not good.
Mick can get to 24.
It's not gonna... He'll draw his deck.
No. vsiewnar can still double province safely, though.
Okay. I feel like, again, there's just a way to guarantee set up your two hunting parties with the Winds Gift. I mean,
Yeah,
Steph's just talking about ending it, which you just end it, but what it Beckett's just mean and doesn't grant it. Well, you clicked it technically.
Yeah, Border Village still just wins.
Alright. Apparently, maybe John's denied an undo that was reasonable. So there's a little shaming going on, maybe. I don't know. I hope not.
Well, we're on to game 6 here.
On to game 6. One more win and we're on to game 7. No ties. Now, Mick does get to go again. First. And on a board like this, it could end ugly. Oh, black market. This is going to take another hour.
Oh, dear. Well, we've got remake trashing.
You get to open Scheme Remake.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else I see.
We've got governors to draw. Storytellers can also draw.
Right? Like, you just open Scheme Remake.
Yeah, I think so.
And then next 4 you hit, you just get another remake. Mass up on Storyteller, Governor, get up to platinum, get a black market on the way. I mean, you really don't need black market. You honestly could skip it. I mean, you shouldn't, but you could. Tracer's saying not sure about second remake. I'm pretty sure about second remake.
Second remake looks
I would
right here.
I would love to get super thin, super fast.
I mean, you can just remake into Governor.
Yeah, I don't
Eventually.
know. Maybe it's just so fast already that you don't have to. Alright, so vsiewnar already. Alright, so Scheme Remake. Alright. And Qsenoch connects Scheme and Remake. vsiewnar connects Remake and not Scheme, so it's already looking super ugly.
Being right back from Mick.
Yeah, vsiewnar is already in a spot. This is no good. No good at all. I don't have any snacks to eat, so I can't even go and get something. Maybe I do. I can look. I got nothing else to do. Well, I got a game to commentate, but...
Oh, okay. It appears that Mick got back before we did. But, so Mick gets a pair of remake trashes. vsiewnar only getting one in that shuffle. And picks up a watchtower. Both players are only going single remake so far, though.
Alright, I'm back. That took way too long, but I had to find a glass.
So vsiewnar currently looking at probably remaking 2 coppers.
I would imagine
picking up
so.
A black market or a scheme. Likely a black market.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Um, yeah, black market looking strong here with the ability to the watchtower stuff, but also just potentially being able to find a game winner, like Outpost. Or Goons. That probably would do it as well. Discard attack would be nice. Find from the black market.
Well, there's Watchtower, so I mean, you're not,
Yeah.
and you can scheme it on top too, so it wouldn't even really do anything.
Yeah, you can draw just fine. I mean, Storyteller's very strong draw. So vsiewnar goes for a silver instead of the black market. Yeah. King's Court is also a great pull from the black market.
You can remake it into a province.
Yeah,
It's super good.
that's something you can do.
Yeah, it is.
But we've got Mick making the decision about black markets now as well. He also chooses not to go for it. So it looks like players likely to play just with governors and storytellers here.
Right.
Which is a very strong deck on its own. Stop thinking they will get black market eventually. Stop thinking vsiewnar should get black market right here, actually. And vsiewnar goes for Workers' Village instead. Which is fine, but unspectacular.
Alright. So...
Nick's playing a lot of cantrips that aren't doing all that much.
Yeah, he didn't find a workers' village, did he? Well, here he can top deck a governor.
Yeah, that's certainly something.
That's what I'm gonna
Look for it.
expect. I mean, you could do a weird remake. You could remake Silver into another remake, and then you could remake both of these Silvers into remake Workers' Village, but I would just get the governor. What I'm suggesting is a bit of a fancy play.
Remaking 2 silvers into workers' villages is not unreasonable, or trash copper and silver into workers' village.
Right. I'm with Tracer. These builds are a bit slow. It's turn 8 and there's no governor. No 5s. It's, I think there's something has gone wrong in Tournament Town. Something has gone wrong.
Yeah. I would have liked this double remake here. Darkening governors, I think.
I mean,
But
when
I
I say
also
wrong,
think
it's really not that wrong. But I just wanted to say something has gone wrong. So yeah, again, other options. You could remake Copper Silver into remake nothing. Top deck a Vagrant. You could do that. That is certainly something you can do. I mean, if two schemes is smugglers flood. I confused scheme with smugglers. Yeah, that game with the 3 smugglers was really weird.
Yeah, that was
That was really
not
weird.
great.
Yeah. But
I could certainly see saying Mick that should not have gotten the second scheme. Although it's not like they want more silvers.
no. Okay, we should see top decked governor. Now, do you gain gold with the governor before or after? I guess you do it after. Because you're going to have a guaranteed draw that way. Yeah, you don't want to hit remake with like a gold. Yeah, you wait for your gold. Maybe you even remake scheme here into a governor. And just get another governor immediately. I wonder if that's good. Wandering Winder, I'll call it whatever the heck I want. It's game 6. You know what I mean. Yes, remodel the scheme into a governor. You're confusing, Wandering Winder. Your face is confusing. Yeah, I think I like the, what are the dud cards? There's 2 silvers. There's remake. Maybe remodeling scheme you can just wait on. I don't know if trashing 2 coppers is the right play for vsiewnar. I almost think he has to just bite the bullet and get governor. And just hope.
I mean, if he trashes 2 coppers, he can also just buy a black mark.
Like, how thin is vsiewnar here? It's turn 8. 10 coppers are gone. I assume Qsenoch has 1 copper, which means vsiewnar has 3 copper, right? Is that crazy? Because there's 10 in the trash, Qsenoch's got 1, which means vsiewnar's got 3.
Qsenoch should have 2.
He has 2?
I mean, remake trashes an even number of cards.
Well, he could have trashed in the state. Or something or another. Okay, well, Mick's got 2 anyway, so.
Yeah, Mick does have 2. Yeah, Tracer saying Watchtowers might have been a loss in tempo, and I'm tempted to agree with that. So Mick potentially looking at remodel silver into governor, and then trash 2 coppers.
Yep. Fantastic. Unless he doesn't. Okay, he does.
Yeah.
Would like to see another workers' village, but this is fine. I mean, you can't fit another workers' village as well.
Yeah, so vsiewnar went with the governor last turn.
Yeah, I think he has
rather
to.
than trashing.
I think he has to. I hate it, but I think he has to. So here you can workers.
Picks up his black market off of mixed government.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit.
And gets to play that, and then Watchtower potentially.
Yeah, I'd Watchtower.
Will not be able to play on after that.
Well, he's got a governor in there. He's got a remake in there. If you find either of those and a couple coppers, like here, I would think about remaking over playing Black Market. Although, this might be fine. Okay, Tracer says you play Black Market.
Market Square seems solid.
I would take the Market Square. and then take governor again.
Goes Workers Village
Oh
Governor,
yeah, Workers Village governor, sure.
which is also fine.
Yeah. So vsiewnar is not looking too shabby now.
No, he's
So he can.
definitely not out of it.
So I don't like these Mick Vagrant plays too much. I mean, it's probably fine.
They don't do anything really.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him governor, gain a gold, and then watchtower up. Or even kill a silver to gain a governor.
And also just do both.
Jay Frisch says Workers Village
What's this
split might end up hurting, and I'm gonna disagree.
Workers Villages shouldn't even pile here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. They're nice, yes. They're buy, yes, but at the end of the day, you're getting a lot of your gains off a governor. And there's storyteller draw. Like, there's a lot of draw.
Yeah. You don't need to play like Workers Village Envoy or anything.
Like, I think 3 is a respectable amount of.
Storyteller is great here. What are you talking about?
I can see what storyteller being terrible. I could see that line.
But it lets you gain so many golds off Governor.
Like here, I would think about killing the schemes. Just get remake, remake Workers Village, or even double remake. I mean, you could,
Yeah.
or just double Workers Village. I mean, really, you only need
You're
one.
gonna remake them both into Governor Storyteller anyways.
Yeah, pretty much. I like Scheme Black Market. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Governor is another buy, but Black Market's just a free buy. So, yeah, turn 8, we were saying it was sluggish. Turn 10, here we go. We're already rolling. That didn't take long. So Jay Frisch saying there's 2 real combos. Black Market Watchtower and Storyteller Governor. There's no other.
It's
There's
definitely Storyteller Governor.
I think
But you still play Black Market.
you honestly could play without Watchtower, and there's no real reason to choose just one. And there's more combos too. I mean, there's Black Market. All it takes is flipping Outpost, and then you're just super ahead. Poorhouse is super nice with Black Market, but you really don't need the econ. Develop probably is what gets bought here. Develop is so nice. Turn your remake into a governor and 3. You could also not buy anything.
That looks fine, but it's not spectacular.
Okay. Is he gonna remake this last copper? I don't think he should.
Mick can, Mick can get a Workers Village into a Governor here, if he still wants.
He's going
Or
to.
Storyteller. Yep.
Yeah, I would just buy governor here. You have to. Yep. And who do you say is ahead now? Do you think?
Mick looks slightly ahead.
I mean, Mick's
I
got
mean,
Mick's
let's-
got first turn, but vsiewnar has recovered nicely
Mick
from the
has
slow
the current
start.
turn, and he has an advantage on the draw
Yeah.
and on Governors.
Although I would say vsiewnar has recovered nicely from the slow start.
Yeah. think vsiewnar could turn it with a good pull from.
Yeah, get a goons or a knight or a king's court, and this gets ugly really fast.
I think Goons, King's Court, and Outpost are the three that would really.
Tracer says knight
Swamp it.
doesn't do much, but hitting a governor, hell yeah, I'll hit a governor.
It's going to hit a lot of golds, I think, and Watchtower and Workers' Village.
Sure, but if you pull like a
Yeah,
if you pull Sir Cantrip, I mean, you can't.
that's
complain.
pretty nice.
You can't complain with that.
It's definitely not bad, but it's not winning. Masquerade would also be nice, Jeff says.
Forager's nice because you get.
There's a little bit of a nod though with the governors.
Yeah, I like the wine merchant.
Governor, and here we could see like Storyteller Silver potentially.
You could be mega cute, buy province, try to remake it into a platinum. That's weird though. I don't know if that's better. I think
Stuff like Village Black Market.
Yeah, I think that's just better. What I'm suggesting is weird, but you could do it.
I like a Storyteller.
Yeah, Storyteller Black Market.
Storyteller discards.
Oh,
Wine Merchant.
he wants to discard his wine merchant.
And so Mick has 6/4 governors.
Yeah. Again, Mick will be ahead here, but vsiewnar is not out of it. He needs to get another black market now.
Yeah, vsiewnar needs to
You gotta
pull
go.
something good from the black market in the next 2 turns, though.
Next 2 turns? I think he got a little more time than that.
I mean, like, 3 turns from now, if he pulls an outpost, then that's only 1 extra turn.
It's still an extra
Which
turn.
probably, yeah, that does it. I think. Yeah, it would have to be specifically outpost at that point, though.
Yeah. But you need for sure to get another black market. The militia knight shouldn't hurt that much. I mean, it'll
It's
hurt.
goons. Or not goons, it's governor board.
It'll hurt.
This card
but-
attack hurts a lot.
What I really hate with the undo is when it undoes, the log scrolls to the very top. You have to scroll it all the way down again. It's so annoying. That's one of the few annoying things. For sure. Like Ghost Ship, no. It's not good enough.
Ghost Ship's pretty solid.
Is it?
Yeah, it cuts a lot of mixed draw off.
Yeah, I guess you gotta get it.
Not
It's
mixed draw,
it's
but
not ever gonna stop
That's
him.
vsiewnar
But
draw. It's not going to stop him from drawing, but it makes him use governors on something that's not gaining golds and remodel.
yeah, okay. I guess you gotta get it. You could even gain gold with a governor, draw up with your watchtower, gain another gold, and well, you can just gain 2 golds. Save yourself an action. Well, it doesn't really save anything.
Yeah, wondering when they're pointing out that vsiewnar could have played all of his treasure.
Yeah, that's very odd. I mean, you can remake it. I'm not sure what vsiewnar is thinking about. Maybe he's thinking about turning the silver into something. I don't know.
Yeah. Plays rebake. Now draws with governor.
Okay, fair enough. Gain your gold here. But see, Mick's Watchtower is just going to do all the work for him. He's only losing one card at the end. I guess a village too, but... So, must buy list for vsiewnar, black market,
There's
black
board
market, black market,
so
black
Mick
market.
doesn't need a second watchtower.
Yeah. Like, vsiewnar needs black market now. Steph is saying it's so close to ending, and it really is. But...
Yeah, Mick just keeps work as village watchtower. And we'll draw everything else. Well, Vagrant's also a cantrip, so it's just gonna draw the fourth card.
How insane. Well, if you can pile out, you're gonna have to do it anyway. So maybe not so insane. Yeah, the order Mick clicks his cards is going to be the order they go on from bottom to top. Now, does vsiewnar buy a safety duchy, or does it not matter?
I'm not sure it matters.
Can Mick even pile? Wandering Winder seems to think he can't. I'm not so sure. But what do you even buy here as vsiewnar?
I'm not sure.
Steph says Black Market Watchtower. I do like Black Market. Watchtower, maybe you get a silver instead. Maybe you need the economy. Or I guess you could top deck Watchtower as island defense if you need it. Hmm. Well, Steph is just way beyond me here. I have no idea how it's going to go from here. Mick's got 6 governors. Presumably, Workers' Village and Scheme you can't really remodel into. But you can remake into it. But I don't... Let's say he remakes 2 3s into a Workers' Village. Then that would be 8 plus 9, which is 17.
Storyteller.
And then Mick needs a point.
Mick can easily draw everything. That's not going to be the issue.
No.
Mick's going to get a province. Start.
Okay, I agree with that. I think it's reasonable. I'd be looking for wins already. I don't know if there is one, but I'd be looking. Like here, he could have not played Scheme, remade Black Market, Workers' Village. I mean, Black Market Scheme into 2 Workers' Village. Or maybe Mick is just going to slam the provinces right now. That would be really interesting. I don't know if vsiewnar could do anything about it. Just triple province here. It's not like vsiewnar can quintuple.
I mean, well then vsiewnar just needs to pull Outpost.
Well, he's not going to pull Outpost. Oh, there's no reason to Storyteller 2 golds.
Storyteller 2 trolls draws more than Mick's deck. Mick will draw with 1 gold.
Alter, huh? That's a very nice card. Could get the altar.
Yeah, you have to play both of your golds to get that. And you only have 2, So you can draw your deck with Storyteller. Or you'd rather draw the rest of your cards as well?
Hmm.
Yeah, Mick's just gonna draw here.
Doesn't have the doesn't have any more villages. Honestly, I could see. I could see triple province right here. Just governor gain province and then just buy 3 provinces. Maybe that's
Yeah,
too risky. I don't know.
it's not risky. I don't think.
You could certainly triple in total, but
Yeah, you could also go colony.
well, you could just go double colony. Well, you probably don't need to do more than single colony. You could single colony, lower piles a bit, and then next turn just coast to victory, right? Yeah. That seems better. Presumably, you could remake these 2 silvers. Just buy colony, remake the silvers into 2 workers' villages. Or workers' village remake. Although, at this point, remake isn't really doing anything for you. So, double.
You know, you'd rather have 2 workers' villages.
Alright, Wandering Winder. Question time. What great BM pull would swing this game?
Outpost.
Besides Outpost. Exactly. So Mick's looking very ahead here. Qsenoch has to score enough that Mick can't score and end it. I'm not seeing it. Although this starting hand is trash, but he still's got his watchtower, so it's not good and it's not trash enough. But it's certainly somewhat trash. So vsiewnar needs to never draw with governor. I would just storyteller these 2 golds.
Qsenoch also has the option to ghost ship first to try to find another gold to Storyteller.
That's true. Although on the other hand, now you get to gain a bunch of golds and then draw them. Which I think vsiewnar just has to do. Mick actually probably doesn't want to kill those silvers because you can remake them and just it gives him pile control.
Yeah, no, there's no way that Mick kills silvers in his discard pile.
Well, it didn't matter, but yeah, Mick very well could dud this turn. None of these are good. I would play all of it except stuff you want to remake, which you probably want to remake a couple provinces. In fact, you may not want to remodel at all because that potentially could give Mick free draw. Although,
yeah, that gives Mick a turn.
Yeah, you could turn this remake into a storyteller.
Sure.
Yeah, you might not want to.
remodel it all and just buy the colony. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now, vsiewnar has exactly enough for colony. So I would play all of these treasures, gain a ton of gold, play Ghost Ship, Watchtower. Maybe. That's my initial thinking. I have to think more. Wandering Wonder. Colony does enough to where you're not losing if Mick duds, because you have to hope for the dud. You have to do something now.
Mick draws one card from the same.
Are you winning if Mick duds? Well, you're certainly not losing if Mick duds.
Like, vsiewnar can potentially try to set up, score this turn, pile up next turn.
Yeah, I think you have to score now. Lowering piles seems bad. Like right now, Mick can lower piles by 2 right now if he wanted to. I don't think vsiewnar is going to remodel at all. And if he does, it'll be right here. But he hasn't.
Yeah, no. And on Ghost Ship, Mick just only gets to see one card past this.
It's
2 cards past this.
right.
Because he replaces the Workers' Village on the Watchtower.
23 double colony, absolutely. You have to take double colony, right?
Yep.
I don't think like Province Workers Village is going to cut it. You just score. All right. So if Mick finds a governor, he can probably draw on. If he finds a storyteller,
will draw on.
probably can draw on. Wow, okay.
Their storyteller.
That's probably game. That's probably game. Nine cards. Maybe Mick just bottom decks all of his governors. Maybe. It's so unlikely, but maybe he does.
Yeah. That would be quite an ending to this game.
I don't know if he's got the win, but... Oh, 4 governors? 4 out of 5? That's not going to cut it. I mean, Mick only needs $12, right? He got all those silvers donated to him super nicely from vsiewnar.
Yeah.
Like, he's got those.
Yeah, I think Mick has this.
Mick's probably got this. Now, Mick has to actually do it, but he'll do it. Alright, Watchtower now. Into Island.
Yep.
Come on. Come on, vsiewnar. Oh, no.
Okay, that just makes it even easier. Oh yeah, Mick just played schemes. That's odd.
He still probably has the win. He's got those silvers.
Yeah, he has silvers. He has black market.
Like, I would not be too worried.
Yeah, this looks pretty easy.
Mick literally, after
But
killing...
Mick is going to be careful about it,
Yeah.
which is understandable.
So silver into workers' village, that into workers' village. Only need 12 now, plus a province. He's already got 12. He's got it.
Yep.
Remake your last province. Or even don't. Yeah. Masterful finish by Qsenoch.
Well played.
Very well played. That's it. We'll stick around a bit, see if Mick or vsiewnar pop in and talk, but that's about it.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get a post-game interview. I doubt we're getting one from Mick. So if it's from anyone, it'll be from vsiewnar. And I doubt we're going to get one from vsiewnar either.
Yeah, no. Unlikely.
All right. Well, that wraps up this segment. Thanks everyone for watching. But Qsenoch wins 4-2. Sometime on Friday, I can in fact look up when. Friday at 18 UTC, so 18. So Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern. We're gonna have Marcus versus Joma. I'm not gonna be here, so wipe away your tears. But somebody will. I don't know who's gonna commentate it yet, but
It will be Tracer and potentially someone else. Might be me.
okay. Well, you got Joma versus Marcus, 2 o'clock Eastern on a Friday, and then past that, I'm not sure. Thanks everyone for sticking around. We've been here for about 3 hours. Thanks everyone for watching, and
See you. Have a nice day.